Hello friends, in today's video, join me for some random cleaning, decluttering, organizing, puppy party prep, cooking, and cleaning. I make a balloon banner for Mac and Harper's first birthday. I bake them a special puppy cake. I build my long-awaited bar stools. I clean out and organize my cup cupboard, and I cook a delicious beef tips and rice crockpot meal. So pop my video on your TV, tablet, or phone and clean along with me, or sit back and relax with your favorite drink and stockpile this cleaning motivation and homemaking inspiration for future use. Hope you enjoy. Don't forget to like my video, comment below, subscribe to my channel, and click that bell notification for more inspiring motivational videos. Let's be friends on Instagram too. You can find me at Home with Elizabeth. Hi friends, this video was filmed back to back on 2 days. And you're going to tell in the video that it was pretty kind of gloomy here in the Northeast, and so I didn't want to do a bunch of cleaning, but I thought I can do a bunch of stuff that's been laying around my house that needed to get done. I could get it done. So we're starting out here with bar stools. I finally purchased 2 bar stools from Amazon for my island, and we're just going to get them put together here in my living room. I don't know if you can see my iPad in the back there. I'm just watching some cleaning motivations to keep myself company, to give myself a little inspiration and motivation while I do all this putting togetherness. I want to welcome you back to my channel. If you're new around here, my name's Elizabeth. I'm a 51-year-old wife and stay-at-home mom to 7 adult/teenage children. I have 2 girls aged 26 and 22. They both live outside the home. I have 3 boys aged 20, 17, and 15. My oldest is a sophomore in college, so he's only home here about part-time, about 4 months out of the year. And then I'm also an auntie to 2 additional teenage boys, 16-year-old twins. They're my nephews that I got custody of about 3 years ago. So if you're keeping a tally there, I have 4 teenage boys in my home full-time and 5 teenage/early 20s boys in my home part-time. On my channel, you're going to find lots of cleaning motivation, lots of cleaning inspiration. You're going to find a little bit of organization, a little bit of cluttering. You'll even find a little bit of decorating inspiration. But what you're going to find lots and lots of is real life. I like to keep it very real here on my channel and share with you my perfectly imperfect life. I strive to help others not feel so alone in this world and to help them realize that the best way to live life is as their most perfectly imperfect self also. If that sounds like something you'd enjoy watching, make sure to subscribe to my channel because I would love to have you as part of my community. Now guys, I didn't film putting these things together entirely because I actually put one together and then it was backwards or something. I couldn't get the other side together, so I had to untake it all the way out. So I just kind of showed you putting one together, and then I'm going to show you putting the seat on one of them, and then I'm going to take you out to the kitchen and show you what they look like with my bar. And I got to tell you, everyone loves them. The boys came home that afternoon from school, and they sat there and had their little snack while I was starting dinner and getting a little bit of dishes done. It was so nice, friends. We are all loving them, and I'm so sad I waited almost a whole year to get them, but that's okay, friends. We're going to have tons and tons of years to enjoy them. And friends, I did buy these off of Amazon and they were really reasonable. I want to say they were about $59 for the both of them. So if you're in the market for some bar stools and you would like the link, let me know. I purchased these with my own money. I don't even make any type of money from affiliate links. I just wanted to share them with you all because I really loved how they looked in my kitchen and I really loved how comfortable they were too. Now you're going to think they look a little short, but they're perfect for my family of almost all adults. They're like the perfect size to sit at the island and eat. All right, so friends, today, the day I'm filming this was Mac and Harper's first birthday. So I am kind of getting their little party prep, friends. Doesn't everyone like decorate for their pups parties? We definitely did for their first birthday. I don't know if we will continue to decorate for all of their parties. I probably will definitely make them a cake every time because it was so easy. I got the cake mix at Walmart. It was more than like a human cake mix. I want to say it was like $4. And then it just takes stuff that I already had in the house to make it. So I probably will most definitely buy them a cake every year. So we're just going to get this cake mixed up in the oven and then I'm going to work on their balloons. Now, I will tell you that the recipe actually called for unsweetened applesauce, and I didn't have any in the house. We only had strawberry applesauce. So I just replaced a half a cup of bananas with it, and it worked out perfectly. This cake mix was really nice because it came not only with the cake, but the icing also, and it's all like dog friendly. Frosting mix. And the cake mix. I will tell you it is not for human consumption. And even though I think it is all like real food, the way that it's made so that it doesn't make dogs sick, like with protein and like some type of stuff like that, my guess is why it's not for human consumption. I did not taste it and I did not let any of my boys taste it either, even though they wanted to. I'm like, guys, it says not for human consumption. We all have enough treats and stuff like that. We don't need to take the dog's treats. All right, well, that cake is baking. Now, my youngest son saw this little balloon art type thing at Walmart months and months and months and months ago. I'm going to say probably the beginning of January because he went grocery shopping with me when I bought my middle son's birthday balloons, which is like in January, or maybe it was for the twins' birthday, which is early January. I think it was then, but it said let's potty, Pawty. And he's like, Mom, we have to get this for the pups. And so every time I went grocery shopping, he's like, did you buy it? I'm like, wait till it's closer to their birthday. So I, in fact, did buy it for the pups because he really wanted it. Plus it's cute. And the pups didn't really care, but like the kids loved it. So that made it worth it. And of course, your girl about had a pass out fainting spell from blowing up all of these Malar balloons with just a straw in my own breath. I will say though that my new bar stools came in handy for sitting there doing it. And now I'm just using the fishing, it came with some fishing line to string them all together, and we're gonna put them up on the wall. Now I will say I probably will do like a regular balloon arch for the pups, but not like this type of letters and stuff like that. They were a pain in the neck, friends. Wait till you see how far they go down my kitchen wall. Like they were ridiculously big. See, that's the size that I just like to do the balloon arches with the balloon tape at. And I'm like, this is only one word in the paw print. Like, I had to go get extra 3M hooks to put on the wall. And of course, I was doing it by myself. So it was like, it was crazy. I had to get like Scotch tape to like hold up because it was drooping. So I'm just getting my buzzer rang. So I'm just getting the cake out of the oven. I showed you it there. It like baked up really nice. And so we're back at this like, and I was saying I had to get Scotch tape and like, cause it was so droopy and I like the letters were huge and I didn't want people hitting their heads and I didn't want the dogs like jumping up and trying to grab them. So yeah, friends, it was funny. So their birthday was February 26th. It's actually March 10th. And then I'm doing the voiceover for this and the balloons are still up, friends, because daggone it, I worked hard on them and I'm getting my money's worth and my manual labor's worth out of them. So my buzzer I set a timer for 10 minutes to take the cake out of the pan. And that's what I just did right there. When I walked away from the balloons, we just popped it out of the pan so it could cool the rest of the way. I mean, look, friends, this was serious business. Your girl had to like put her foot up on the coffee bar to reach far enough towards the end to get the banner kind of tight enough so that it wouldn't droop. I'm happy to report I didn't fall and I didn't break anything. My thighs were killing me after this though. Between this, the work I'm going to do the next day, and then the day after that was when I did my appliance cleaning, your girl's thighs were killing her. I was trying to multitask and look what happened. Oh, all right, we gotta find another big red balloon. And of course, that's what happens when you try and do too many things at one time. You end up scaring yourself almost half to death. And here's their cute little banner. Now, it looks awesome, friends, which is why, again, I told you it's still up, because I did some good work there. All right, so our cake is all cooled, so I'm just going to make the icing. Again, it comes with a cake mix and the directions on the back, and I'm just using a sandwich bag to pipe some pretty little ribbons on it. And by ribbons, I mean squigglies. And I will tell you that the dogs ended up eating about half the cake because, you know, this was their birthday and it was about the time that they had both gotten fixed and were still on their medication. And Harper was still taking medication for her Lyme's disease. So I actually started giving them little tiny bits of cake, like with their pill in it, instead of like bread and peanut butter. So they enjoyed over half of their cake over like a 2-week period. I just kept it in the fridge and I popped it in the microwave to warm it up a little bit for them, and so they loved it, and it was well worth the money. So now that I'm done making a mess, baking the cake, I'm just loading my dishwasher. I'm going to pop my filter out to rinse it real quick, and then we're going to pop to later that evening where we're singing happy birthday to the pups and giving them cakes. The video for that is very crude because my middle son was taking it on his phone, but I wanted to include it for you guys because they're so cute. Please note how Mac eats his one piece of cake in like 1.33 seconds. The boy loves him some cake. I also threw in some pictures of their little birthday photo shoot that I showed you, that I bought them little bandanas and hats. I'm throwing them in right here for you guys.
Sit. Biggie.
Sit. Sit. Stay.
Harper. She already knows what it tastes like. Sit. Sit. Harper. Sit. Stay.
Stay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mac and Harper. Happy birthday to you. Yay!
How long did it take you to bake that?
All right, this is the next morning. I am putting my beef tips and rice meal in the crock pot for dinner. I say this, I think, for all of our menus. This really is one of our favorite menus, our favorite recipes too. So I just got some olive oil in my Instapot here, and I'm putting it on saute high, and I'm gonna let it heat up while I get my meat. This is just beef stew. I'm going to get it salt and peppered, and then we're going to kind of brown it. And then I have beef base to make beef broth, a pack of brown gravy, and a can of cream of mushroom soup. That's all this recipe is for in your crock pot. So we're just mixing up the beef broth, and I told you I'm going to get the stew meat in here, and we're going to get it browned, and then we're going to add the beef broth, the brown gravy, and the cream of mushroom soup in a small bowl. I'm going to whisk it really well, and we're going to put it on top of the beef stew meat, and we're going to close the lid, and I'm going to cook it. And friends, this is about 3.5 to 4 pounds of stew meat, and it was more than enough for all 6 of us, and I think I had enough for maybe one lunch left over. Oh, I forgot I added a little bit of onion powder there too, just to this mixture. All right, we're gonna get the lid on this and I'm going to put it on, I just stopped the saute mode there. I'm putting it on slow cooker, on low for, I believe I do 6 hours on this one. It's just gonna cook for 6 hours while I get everything else ready. All right, friends, this is something I saw on an Instagram reel, like a 2025 Amazon Best Finds. It's a straw holder for all your tumblers. So I'm just cleaning my cupboard here with some Dawn Power Wash, the knockoff kind from Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to put this straw holder up. It's just held by adhesive. All right, the first downside I'm seeing is it doesn't come in directions. I had to look back at my order to see how to put it on. So that's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're working with now. I just have it's like a mason jar, actually with a handle that has all of our straws in it. I do not need all these straws, but I'm hoping it should close. All right, so we're gonna install the top one first. I also don't like, so these are like supposed to be for the brushes. Mine are gonna be on the inside of my cabinet with the way I'm going to put it on. So like if I was throwing it on this one, like it would be on the outside. How should I put it? This is where my mugs are. Yeah, you know what? I keep my brushes near my sink, so. But this is probably my longest straw. But these are my shortest straws, and I do want to keep a couple of these. So I have this small one. I don't know where it's from. My guess is it came with this set with the glass straws. I think you hook it and kind of slip it in there. I think it'll be held. That's so great. And look, it opens up a whole spot there. You see? Yes. Sweet. Nice. Okay, here are how I'm currently storing the lids for these things. And I typically just store them back here. Like this. And generally, the ones that aren't used all the time are in the back one, so we don't get it that much. And then these, the front one has the ones we use all the time. The problem is here's where I store my coffee filters for my cold brew coffees. And of course, I'm always taking them out to do this. And that will happen. So here are both things I ordered. I ordered this one first. And there's actually two sizes. The smaller size is for the caps. I paid, did pay for it. This says $6.95. That's probably pretty close. And then here was the second one I ordered. This one right here. The problem is I have lids like this that only have the straw hole. Well, they're not working in that one. This one, $7.63, that's probably about what I paid for it. So I don't know, I'm wondering if I should put maybe this one right here where I took the straw thing and fit maybe just our lids like this on it. And then maybe this one, as you can see it's narrow, put it maybe right here for my lids that look like this. I don't know, friends. We're gonna play with it a little bit before I bring you back on. I will tell you, friends, several days later, now that I'm editing this and doing the voiceover, I returned both those lid holders. They just did not work for my space. They took up too much room, and I think it's because we have too many people in our house. I think I might move it back a little bit and put the cups right here. It took up more space than I thought. So here's where I decided I just was washing my bins. I was just going to go back to using them. Now, I think they're good products and I liked the way they looked. If I had a different cupboard setup, like because those were like two corner cupboards, there wasn't a ton of room. They just didn't work for me, but I still think they were great especially for the price that I paid for them. And if you had maybe a different cupboard setup, they would work. Or if you had less people in your house, because you know we have so many tumblers, so many shaker bottles, so many water bottles, we just had too many lids for the hooks themselves. So there I was, just putting stuff back the way I had it, and I did end up decluttering some, and so I did create still some extra space in there. So that was good, friends. But I am still loving my straw holder. It's the best $11.99 I've spent in a long time. All right, friends. So, you know, I didn't do much else that day because it was just so blah and I was feeling blah. So now we're just going to finish getting dinner ready here. This is broccoli that I'd cut up earlier in the week when I grocery shopped, kind of just a little bit of meal prep. We're just getting some avocado oil on it, some salt, some pepper, and we're going to get my oven preheated, and then we're going to get 3 cups of rice ready to go on the stove. And friends, I showed you before that sometimes I make rice in my rice cooker, but I do prefer making it on the stove. And because I had time this night, we are making it on the stove. It's basically 3 cups of rice, 6 cups of water, 3 tablespoons of butter, a pinch or 2 of salt. You bring it to a boil and then you put the lid on it and simmer it for 20 minutes. And it is the most fluffy, delicious rice ever. And this is why I love crockpot meals or Instapot meals, is like I put all the main meat dish stuff in early this morning. And so then 30 minutes before we eat, all I got to do is pop my vegetable in the oven and put rice or noodles on the stove, and then everything is ready in 30 minutes. And here I'm just showing you, I mentioned before we have this simmer select knob on my stove. It's the perfect thing for needing to simmer anything, noodles, pasta, rice, any type of roux or sauce. It is like perfect, keeps it at the perfect temperature. All right, and while I was just finishing up getting the rice off, I'm going to make a little bit of a cornstarch slurry here to put in with my beef tips, because you know it's just kind of liquidy, and because it's so hot, I stuck it back on saute. This, I showed to you here, this is like a minute it takes it to bring it to a boil, and it like thickens right up. And then I'm gonna show you serving it. And I have 1 minute, friends, here to say thank you for joining me today. If you could give my video a thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. If you feel like leaving me a comment, go ahead. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, why the heck not? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, then that bell notification, and you'll never miss another one of my videos. I release every Monday and Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Mac and I would love to have you here. And if you stick around for 20 more seconds, you're gonna see what my dinner looked like. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day, friends. Bye.